God is a loving Father who is committed to the sanctification of his children. Because he's a loving Father who's committed to our sanctification and us growing in holiness, at times, he will withhold from us the things that we want so that he can give us what we truly, truly need in order that we would grow spiritually and become more like his son Jesus. Now, let me read this great quote from John Piper. He really knows how to put words together. He said this, because we know this is true. This is a great example from our own life, many of us. Okay? A child who disregards his father's word is not fit to have his requests granted. A kid who acts like a little snot all day and says, now can I have some ice cream? You go, no, I'm not giving you ice cream. Well, some of us do. I've been guilty of that. Okay, but anyway, let me skip that. Okay. Most wise parents, okay, who have children who disregard their mother or father's words are not fit to have their requests granted. We would not approve of a father or mother's behavior who did everything a rebellious child wished. Not just because the child doesn't deserve it, but because it would be bad for the child and a dishonor to the father's word. It is not a good thing to confirm a child in his waywardness by giving him whatever it is that he asks, because we know that they ask for things that they aren't responsible enough or mature enough to handle. And then he said, no, if my words abide in you, son, daughter, then ask what you will, and I'll do it. Like a good parent, I mean, this is an all-knowing God, Father. He knows that many of the things that we want aren't always what we need. In fact, what we often ask for and things that we want are the worst things for us. Man, I thank God for unanswered prayers sometimes when I look back on my life. But he's not going to give us certain things that we want because he's into giving us what we need. So for example, I have a few examples here. Okay, so you want a certain promotion at work and you're on your knees praying that God will hook it up. That's what you want. But God, who sees everything, knows that what you need is to learn how to walk in integrity and honesty in the job that you already have. And be the kind of person who works diligently as though God were your boss, not that jerk who you don't really like all that much. Wow. I smoked 4 people in here on that one. Okay, or here's another example. You want a certain relationship to work out. Okay, but what God sees, that's what you want. Please, I want him so bad. Or her. See, but what God sees is that you have an unhealthy dependency on someone other than him. We essentially make that person into an idol. Or maybe you're compromising and doing things that you shouldn't in order to make that person happy. Should we expect that God is going to answer that kind of prayer and give you what you want when he knows that it's the very thing that is destructive to you? 2 more people smoked. Let me try this last one. Look, we want more money in the bank. Who doesn't? You know? And for some, that's a real struggle. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. They're about to shut off my PGE again, right? I get that. Man, have I been there before. That's a real need. We want more money in the bank. We want. But what God sees is what we really need is to learn how to be a better and more generous steward of what he's already given to you. That smokes me. He sees that what we really need is self-control. Okay, so I've painted a picture there. Can you see that? God is more concerned with giving us what we need for our sanctification, for our spiritual growth, and for our increasing holiness as we pursue God and his righteousness.